Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, go Utes. BetOnline. BetOnline is your number one source for the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals this season, which we have very much been enjoying those Stanley Cup Finals.
Go Oilers.
Every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. And then when the game is over, head on over to BetOnline's online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of their over 150 slots games. Head to their website today to get in on the action, and you can use promo code BELIEVE, and that's BLEAV, for 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Well, so let me put this up. See, it's interesting because this again is this is from Phil Steele. This is his his forecast for the Big 12 this year. This is how he thinks everyone's going to land at the end of the year. And he has Utah winning, Kansas State, Oklahoma State. He has it 2, Arizona, Iowa State at 4, West Virginia, Kansas, TCU, UCF, Baylor, and on. Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Colorado, ASU, Houston. Here's the thing, James and Bryn. You tell me, online, Twitter in particular, there's all these guys that want to argue and yell, and I just at each other. These kind of these fight groups and stuff, which I don't get. Makes no sense to me. I don't know why people want to be involved in that stuff. But I have noticed how people come at us. And there's been a lot of statements about how arrogant Utah is and all that kind of stuff. Just slamming us. Well, when you start looking at all this data and what the projections are from national organizations, national pundits, national commentary, Utah's up there. Mm-hmm. And we're just acknowledging what others say and what we've experienced. I mean, here's my take. Look, I'm excited to be in this new league, and there's questions from these teams about us because they don't really know us, at least the ones that haven't been in the Pac-12 with us. But we don't really know them either and their teams. We haven't played them. And so it's new to everybody. And I'm not one of these guys that say, "Oh yeah, we're going to go in and just blow out the league and stomp on everybody." No, it can go any. Who knows what's going to happen? All I'm saying, though, is we know Utah football. We've been living it. We know what kind of team they typically have, and who we have coming back. And then you hear what other experts all over the place say about Utah. Yeah, I'm confident that we should have a good season.
I mean, in reality, and by the way, I know our YouTube comments have been having trouble. I think I just fixed it, so hopefully that's going to help. But in reality, it's a couple losers on Twitter that are putting it out there, and they just want to keep poking the bear, talking about that Utah's going to go undefeated. We're going to come in here and dominate everything. I mean, we've said it a million times. The three of us are not that. We're not going to come in and... Oh, good. I think our comments are working now.
Good. Perfect.
I feel confident about the season, but I'm not going to be the one. I'm not going to come in and guarantee anything. That's just dumb. And so, yes, people are doing that on Twitter. There are a few that seem to be very loud online that are kind of giving Utah that reputation. We're not that. I'm not that. I'm not guaranteeing anything.
I'll say this. I'm with you, Bryn. Like, I'm not going to come in here and guarantee anything, but I will say, we watch a whole lot of college football. The three of us watch way too much college football. That's based off of what I have watched of Utah, the Pac-12, the Big 10, the Big 12, everything based off of the last several seasons and what I know about who is coming back and who Utah football should be. I feel very confident going into the Big 12. Is it going to be a cakewalk? Are they going to walk through, be undefeated? No, I would never say that. I think there's some very tough games on here. the first conference game we're ever going to play is on the road to Oklahoma State. I'm in no way going to say Utah is just going to roll into Oklahoma State and win it, but I feel very confident with the team that we have, and I think that Utah fans should be confident. Yeah, you're right. There's some arrogant people. Every fan base has arrogant people. Okay, don't come out here and Utah fans are so arrogant. I don't care what team you're a fan of. Your fan base has idiot arrogance on Twitter. It doesn't matter who you are. So get over that. Yeah, Utah is going to be good, and Utah is going to come into this conference and have a shot at winning the title. That's just the reality. They've got a very good, very well-run program. So there's also a lot of question marks coming into this season too for a lot of other teams. I see Arizona as number 4 on this list. I have a lot of question marks about Arizona. They beat us good last year at home. Okay, they were a very good team last year. I have no idea how good Arizona is going to be this year. They lost their head coach. They lost a bunch of dudes. Yeah, their starting quarterback's coming back, but I have no idea how good they're going to be. Could Kansas finish 7th? Could Kansas finish 1st? Yes. That's the fun about it. That's why we play it. That's why I'm so excited about it. But when you look at people like Phil Steele, who has no dog in the fight other than he looks at it objectively, he's looking at Utah and going, these guys have a great shot at winning this conference. And so you got to look at those sorts of things. And those things are popping up all over the place. And so, yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm confident in it. But at the same time, hey, if Utah finishes 3rd or 4th, would I be shocked? No, not at all. If they finish 1st, would I be shocked? No. So it'll be a good season. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see these new teams and have some new rivalries develop out of it.
I'll say this, just by some snarky comments I saw recently. I know there's some Big 12 fans who think that Utah is like the team that was on the field last year. And now, if they actually believe that was typical Utah football, they do have a rude awakening coming. I'm just saying.
And they don't know ball. If that's what they believe, they don't know ball.
Exactly. Thanks, Bryn, for doing that. I'm just saying is that last year was an anomaly. It was weird. I don't think people truly understand what happened to the Utah football team last year. When you're playing the 5th string QB, you had 1 running back left. All our linebacker core, except maybe 1 or 2 out. Secondary, interior linemen. I mean, it was unbelievable. And so, yeah, I think Big 12, some Big 12 people just go, yeah, we watched Utah last year. They're not that great. Well, that's fine. But I think they're going to see a whole different squad come rolling out this year if all stays good.
But that's where it bothers me too, the Utah fans that are getting on there and just, we're going to roll over everybody. We're going to come in there, dominate. It's like, you lived through last season. You remember what can happen in the blink of an eye. So anything can happen. Like you said, James, it can, and that's why we play. That's why it's so fun. That's one of the reasons we love the game and we love watching it, because you have no idea what's going to happen.